Okay.
One more time.
Yes. Hello and welcome to Hieronymus Bosch's Brutal Orchestra. Again, this time with full audio.
Hello.
Brutal. Brutal indeed, Brutal Orchestra. But yeah, this is a game from the developer of Perfect Vermin, which free-to-play game, really cool, really surreal. You get a lot of weird art influences from these developers.
Yep. And as I said, Hieronymus Bosch, I know him primarily for the Garden of Earthly Delights. I think it was like a 16th century painter.
Thereabouts. They recently celebrated, I think it was the 500th anniversary of his death by putting the game at 50% off, which is why I bought it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I said, you sold me on this as The Binding of Isaac meets Shin Megami Tensei, which are both things I loved to a frankly worrying degree.
Yep. We'll see if it lives up to that incredibly high pedigree that I've set for it. I think it does. I love the shit out of this game.
Well, you said you've already put like 60 hours into it.
Yep. Just in case it doesn't play the cutscene that we just saw. I'm going to load a new save file because we now have multiple save files. And let's begin with the story of a man leaping off a cliff.
The cry to Reverend drowned the whole world. Nope. Hey, that's it.
What is gender in purgatory?
Well, everyone seems to be just skulls, so...
Or half a skull in this case.
Most of a skull.
Got our Banjo-Kazooie talk.
Could never play the Banjo-Kazooie games because the noises just pissed me the fuck off.
That's only you. People love the sound design of those games.
Oh, hate them so much.
The soundtrack, at least, absolutely legendary. 95% of video essays to this day are scored by Banjo-Kazooie music.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can use it without getting a copyright strike.
I was going to say, it kind of helps the Rare don't really care about their music so much.
Sure don't.
Or
Do it a lot better than Nintendo. Yeah.
Oh.
Make a deal with the Glop monster.
Well, shadowy skull dirt monster, I am sure this will not come back to bite me.
We won't regret this. So, yeah, we're gonna get revenge on the person who killed us here in Purgatory.
Reasonable.
Petty revenge. Why not? That'll sustain us for...
kind.
Yeah, sustain us for like 70 hours of gameplay. That's how much I put into it already. Nowak. Or Novak, maybe? Maybe it's one of those cultures that pronounces W like a V. Bosch thinks it's silly. By the way, spoiler, his name is Bosch. Spoiled it 1 second before he said so.
5-second foreshadowing?
Yep. He's the titular Hieronymus Bosch.
You know, he's not how I pictured the artist to be.
I mean, he's got a hand, so he can hold a paintbrush. That's all that matters. Nonsensical geometry.
Didn't we already have that with Lollipop Chainsaw?
True. Maybe we won't get stuck forever inside of it this time.
I mean, one can only hope.
Gotta check our menus first. So this is an RPG. We're gonna have a party. We're gonna level up. We're gonna equip items.
And
but
we're
first,
gonna beat up a weird-looking fish?
Yeah, we're gonna meet a fish. 2 fish, even. Red fish.
In this economy?
Yeah. Tragically, no blue fish, but they're on their way. And time for the tutorial.
You know, I was just asking myself the same thing this morning. Okay, afternoon, but yeah.
Fish on the beach.
Not my favorite cocktail, but it's up there.
They put a whole fillet of salmon in there.
Yummy, yummy salmon. Whoa, what's that?
I've been clicked. We can also check the timeline to see what enemy's going to do what. This one's going to attack, so you are higher priority. Got 6 HP, you take 6 damage from this attack, therefore... die. Violence is the answer.
There's also bits of fish.
So yeah, I guess we just ripped apart that fish with our bare hands.
I'm fairly certain the attack animation is a standard RPG Maker one, because I remember seeing one very similar to that in Lisa.
Could well be. I'm gonna say Lisa is almost certainly a strong influence on this game. But with the bleakness and disturbing atmosphere and weird sense of humor throughout all the bleakness.
Yeah, bizarre shifts to comedy.
Yep.
Usually in the same scene.
And an obsession with fish. Everyone loves the fish from fucking Lisa.
Harvey Alabaster. Genuinely, he is one of the best members, party members you can have in the game.
Drag and drop to move. I played this game on Steam Deck for the most part, and it works well. Steam Deck doesn't... I mean, it slows you down to have to drag and drop with a analog stick rather than a mouse.
Can't use the touchscreen?
I probably could. I'd find that even slower than the control stick, personally. You can move and use an ability in the same turn. And there's a little grid on the floor to tell us who we are aligned with. 5 possible slots. Kill this fish, too. Virtually impossible to do that wrong.
Custard.
Yep. That custard is yellow pigment. Every living thing here is full of pigment. Living might be not the best descriptor, but that's what we're going with.
Things get kind of abstract when you're in another dimension.
Yeah. All the best serial killers start out killing small animals as well. This could be Harvester for all I know. Speaking of living things, part of the lore of this area of the game is that this isn't sand. This is other denizens of purgatory that have been here so long, for so many centuries, that they have eroded to dust.
Ah, skull bone dust.
Yeah. They never escaped. They just sat here. They didn't have a goal like we do. So they disintegrated.
That's not depressing at all.
Why, here's one now. He's peeled all the skin off of another fish.
Carol saying, the animation does remind me of Lisa, but I'm not sure that's default RPG Maker. Maybe that's just a pack or just inspiration.
Yeah.
It could be. I just assumed because I'd seen it in 1 or 2 other games as well, or something, an animation very similar to it.
Yeah, every attack in the game has its own little animation. Some of them are probably defaults that have been adjusted or redrawn or whatever.
Also, the psycho manifestations of my deep unresolved traumas do not look like him, so I know there's something fun going on there.
Yeah, we're mutual unresolved traumas. In other words,
codependent relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah, try not to laugh when you say you're both well-adjusted adults.
This guy has not been made dust yet. Therefore, he's worth talking to.
Looks like he has a head crab on his head.
Yeah. You can sort of see there's a skull there, so I guess it's like a military helmet. Gonna find a lot of old school military weaponry and soldiers throughout this game. Apparently outside of Purgatory, it is roughly World War I era. I mean, my head is shattered, so... Shut up, you don't exist. He does. Remember, if you're depressing, you will ward off all your potential friends, so...
Oh, believe me, I know.
Yeah. Don't call out the fact that they are talking to themselves. Party member. Boyle.
I mean, I don't want to make any assumptions or anything, you know.
And right on to another party member.
Weird dog.
Oh, he's cute.
Weird mushroom dog.
I highly doubt that it's human. He's a white blood cell.
Get hurt, just slather him all over your body.
Yeah.
Once again, nothing sexual.
You've apparently been here for a long time. And he is disturbed by, like, a little guy who's kind of blue. Although I will say, this face of his, there's a bunch of lore about that face.
What?
Yep. There's a lot of lore in this game.
Okay, now the fish are wearing onesies.
You wish. That is a human body that has been hollowed out and taken over by the fish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Flash onesies.
Yeah, you can see the nipples. Luckily, they...
Lisa, then.
Yeah, they bored out the junk at least, so we can still stream this. And now they're getting revenge.
God, there's only so much vengeance to go around.
You'd think, but we're in the afterlife. A lot of people want revenge. So yeah, pigment is the big mechanic of this game. We're going to have to balance pigment all the time. You start with 3 yellow by default. That replenishes every turn. Let's see what our new guys have. This guy attacks left and right simultaneously. And puts a shield on his own position. Shields I don't typically bother with. And our healer, who basically can't attack except for 1 damage worthless thing.
Bulps him on the nose.
Yep. Now what I can maybe do, we have a move here that changes the position of one of the characters. Potentially. Okay, There he goes. I was hoping he would move here so that I could attack left and right and kill both of them at the same time, but I wasn't that lucky. Also, it only deals 5 damage, so it wouldn't have killed them both anyway. These things are both attacking, and the fish is just going to gurgle. Hitting them, their health bars are red, which generates red pigment when I hit them.
So do you have unlimited movement?
We get 1 move per turn and 1 action per turn.
Right.
And the fish, we can shatter their bodies off, and then the fish comes out. Nice to meet you, fish.
Then guts come out.
Yep, exactly. And Hans can't really do anything. I guess I could slap him. Bam.
When in doubt, slap a fish.
I guess this is how we get blue pigment, which is used for healing. Yeah, you can technically get a second move for a character if you swap a different character into that person's slot. Sometimes that is useful. This double attack move is ridiculously useful. Oil is frankly fantastic for such a early character you get. Really humiliates Nowak.
So I'm guessing this is like the tutorial. So are all the characters you get for this predetermined, or do you always get
The last time I played this, I also got Boyle and Hans immediately after killing the first fish. So yeah, I do believe this is scripted.
Right.
Yeah. There are dozens of party members, though, so I think pretty soon they're going to start giving us more randomized ones. Now, we have overflow. We have too much pigment, which means when I end the turn, everyone takes damage. Yep, and here's where they tell us about the thing I told you. We can see their moves before they do them. Anyway, we know how to kill a fish. Point and click.
Fish explode like pumpkins.
Yeah, everything does. Chunky bits. Every single thing in Purgatory gets jibbed. All right, now the game opens up a little bit. Choice of 3 things. Go for the chest first.
These are always a good thing.
Yeah. Money will make murder quicker.
And even in hell, capitalism rules. Sorry, purgatory.
We could buy people.
Oh,
maybe it is hell. Money is also how we rank up. Money is the bottleneck of the entire game. And typically, a lot of your runs, you're going to be desperate for more money. The first time I beat the game, it was because I got an item that doubles your money after each combat encounter. And that allowed me to rank up everybody and just become ridiculously powerful and not really face any challenges for the rest of the game. But for the most part, because everything runs on money, you're not going to have enough and you're going to suffer for it.
Just like real life.
That's a positive attitude. As much as it was a waste of time. This guy is not a party member, he's just a weirdo.
Dude.
Yep, weirdo. Official weirdo. The party members are officially called fools for their desire to accomplish anything in Purgatory. Talk to you again. Fish we know is an easy fight. And this should be nice and trivial. Okay. So... no one wants to attack anyway, so whatever I do, it doesn't seem to matter very much.
Yeah, easy fight.
Yeah. I could theoretically slide one over to this position and then knock out two at once, but then it would only deal 5 damage, so it wouldn't be lethal anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, if it's going to take 2 turns, then...
yeah. Okay, now we're going to explain Focused, I guess. Focused is a passive ability that only Noak has, so I don't know why they bothered to explain it at all. Where after you kill an enemy, you get bonus damage until you take damage yourself. Although, Hans's Slap becomes useful here. It takes yellow pigment, but you can put the wrong pigment in and just take damage instead. The music in this game was just pointed out, and it's very weird. Sometimes it's bizarre carnival music and dark ambient. You're going to get a lot of genres in the soundtrack.
Yeah, it reminds me a bit of Space Funeral. That was mostly in fact, it was entirely taken from BBC sound effect albums from the 70s.
Kind of like the Ren and Stimpy soundtrack being all 50s stock music.
Yeah.
Blue Bibbidi Badias.
Vividuvre? Very, very facile. Is that Esperanto or something?
Could be, for all I know. Yep, this is just another weirdo. Oh, get your filthy mouth out of here.
Not cool, bro. Not cool.
What about this guy? You want to join my party? Purgatory is basically his hell.
Do you have rabies?
Could be how he died. Refuse to touch water. Here lies weird jerk. Okay, these things, they attack bifurcated. Some of them. Only this one right now. And they have 7 HP, so I definitely should have leveled up before going into this fight. I have regrets. At least I can one-shot.
Is a cruel bitch.
Yeah. What I can do, I guess. You know what? We'll do this as cheap as possible. Got a blue pigment there, which is our lucky pigment. 40% chance on any action to generate a lucky pigment.
Does that cause damage whenever you use it for any other skills?
What, the lucky pigment?
Blue pigment, yeah.
Blue pigment. As long as we use it for the right character, which Hans uses blue pigment, it will not harm us. In fact, it will heal us in the case of Hans.
Anyone else, though, SOL?
Yeah, if I were to use it for one of these abilities, yeah, it would hurt us. I'm not going to attack because that would, in the long run, generate more pigment, which would then overflow and deal damage to me. Okay, I can malpractice to cause frail to someone. We're not going to get a tooltip on what frail is, though, but it makes us deal more damage.
Yeah.
Debuffs and buffs end up becoming a huge thing as the higher level gameplay starts to take place. Which,
Yeah, I can imagine.
If you've played Shin Megami Tensei, you know that all too well.
Well, that's the first thing everyone tells you is learn to use buffs and debuffs.
Yeah, you will not get past the biker if you do not master debuffs.
Hell, you won't get past Matador. It's actually, I've been watching challenge videos, like people doing self-imposed challenges on various games.
Mm-hmm.
And someone was doing a bunch for, well, I've only seen them do 3 and 5, going through the game without using any buffs or debuffs.
Mm-hmm.
It's miserable.
I would imagine, yeah. Yeah, technically...
The series is hard enough. You don't need to make it worse.
Yeah, no kidding. When you get good enough at these RPGs, you can do, like, bizarre, impossible things that the developer did not intend.
Yep.
But you never really should.
Other one I saw was someone doing a Nuzlocke run of Persona 5 Royal, where they're only allowed to... Well, a true Nuzlocke run is you have to take the first Pokemon or monsters, whatever it is in the game you're playing, that you encounter. Whereas this one was, these are all the demons that I'll encounter in this area, and I can only take my choice of like 1 or 2 of them. And he did that for the entire game. And honestly, like these games are long enough as it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because I used an ability that moves an enemy when it was at the edge of the grid. It can only move the one way, so I knew it would get put here, and then I'd be able to kill them both.
So that's a lot of self-damage incoming.
Yeah, I don't particularly like 12 damage coming my way. And Hans has a debuff where anytime he takes damage, the healing aspect of the move that he used does not trigger. So we're going to take damage a lot of times. And I have nothing else I can do to further reduce overflow, so suffer. And they had a debuff called Fleeing, where they just go away after 3 turns.
Fair enough.
Yep. I've never been able to fully determine if that affects your reward afterwards. Probably does. Anyway, time to rank up. Which 5 to 8 damage. That's a gigantic leap.
Oh yeah.
That would have trivialized that last fight. Guess I could level up Noak as well. Since I have such a small party, might as well. We can also prepare for the fight by moving our guys around to the positions where we want them.
Much strategery.
Yeah. Doesn't matter, because I deal so much damage now. No one's going to survive any of my attacks. Oh, wait.
But does Hans have any self-healing skills?
The Simple Weave heals left, right, and center party members for 1 each. So everybody is affected. Unless I use the wrong pigment. Then I don't get the benefit, and I just take the damage. I play this myself. I've got so many hours in it that I speed up the animations, which is one of the options in the options menu. Just max out the animation so that everything takes place instantaneously.
Makes sense.
Yep. Otherwise, I would have like a dozen more hours in this game.
Yeah, going back to the Mega 10 series, the original Persona was really bad for battles taking like 10 minutes to get through.
Oh god.
Like I have never seen a game that respected the player's time less.
Mm-hmm. This guy. I found a river. Men dragged a woman inside of it. They split her belly open because they wanted to watch her birth fish. He wheezes hard in amusement. Oh, how I wish I was the river. Thank you for that poem. You are not invited to our party.
Anyway, that's my review of the Holy Mountain.
Another weirdo.
Oh, it's a gimp.
Yeah. Whole crowd of gimps, which, frankly, we should not interrupt.
I mean, they're just enjoying themselves.
We are not dressed for the leather bar. You brought us here, Bosch, you creep.
Yeah, I've heard that one before, Pinhead.
Yep, he is decidedly Pinhead.
I'm just picturing Bosch at the corner going, shh, shut up.
Do not invite them. Bosch is embarrassed. Might be one of his exes. They don't like me. Should I grovel?
Particularly nice.
Grovel, you think?
Punch him. Gaudy.
Famous last words. Sucker punch. And we missed.
Ruh-roh.
His face is completely covered with leather, but we can still tell. Pretty impressed.
The leather creaked in just the right way. I did not.
I had the advantage of a guy in my head telling me what to do, and I still didn't think it through.
Yes, I am.
These guys just lost a party member.
Yes, kidnapping for the greater good.
Could have recruited them all, I guess. But we didn't. Burnout. Burnout is another excellent party member. Frankly, way too good.
I made the correct decision.
Yep. Yeah,
Because not thinking about your actions does work out sometimes.
My first time playing this, I failed to recruit Burnout for like 3 loops. Because I did not think punching him would be right.
Yeah, when you're in somewhere like Purgatory, I feel like the rules change.
Yeah. Life has no meaning at this point, so just do whatever you feel like.
So is that basically like a relic from Binding of Isaac, I take it?
Yeah. Yeah, what are the things that, like, you can only carry one in Binding of Isaac? Because you can only carry one. Unless you have Mom's Purse. Which is not in this game. This one eats our purple pigment. We haven't seen a single purple pigment. So I don't think it's going to be very useful, but whatever, I'll throw it on Hans because he's got an empty slot.
Probably come in useful later.
One would hope. If we take damage, we also bleed pigment into our own inventory, so if we get hit, Then we'll have some purple pigment. We don't have any red pigment. These guys will not generate red pigment because they're blue and yellow respectively. Therefore, if we want to attack, we're going to get hurt unless we are Nowak. Yep, thank you, Bosch. Maybe I don't need to be here. The thing that makes Burnout so good is after each of his attacks, there's a high probability that he will regenerate his action for the turn and be able to attack again. 40% chance. Didn't happen this time. And these horrible things eat our pigment when they die. So I can't do anything. Might as well deal damage to myself. We've got a lot of yellow pigment, so I'm going to heal up a little. And execute. These things they can be very annoying. Because they typically don't have the right pigment that you need. And even when they do, they take it away when they die. And here's another one.
I can picture a scenario in which that just snowballs into hell and misery.
Oh, yeah. A few mistakes in this game and you can lose party members. This is a death of 1,000 cuts sort of game.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, if you make one bad decision or even just lose a coin flip, you can lose a party member and there's no coming back from it.
Yeah.
Big monster. They're technically counted as mini-bosses. Guys like Flarb here.
Well, that's an inherently funny word.
Swing wide, see what happens.
Good fur.
Pretty solid. If I win a few coin tosses here, we could kill the big guy before he really does anything. He's slippery, so every time he gets hit, he slides somewhere, and we didn't regenerate our abilities again. I've lost like 40% chances like 10 times in a row in this game. I call it Bolachno luck.
XCOM all over again.
Yep. This is the only one attacking, so whatever. There goes absolutely all of my pigment.
And now he's put shields up, so it's going to be even more difficult.
Yeah. Most of this first hit. It's going nowhere. I'm gonna kill the big guy, no matter what the cost. If I'm lucky, I get my abilities back, and then I can go over here. I can kill your ass too. And perfect, I can attack again. Okay, another item. This one might not be useless. 25% more direct damage to enemies with lower health. Who has high HP?
Yeah, I was going to say, you definitely want to put that on whoever's got the most health.
Oh, yeah. And this guy attacks 2 directions, so that basically doubles the effect of that ability. So now we can go right to this purple guy. Or I can continue grinding if I feel like it. Don't think I feel like it. And we can only level up once per biome.
Mm.
It's important to keep track of. Typically, you don't have enough money to level up everybody once per biome, but this time we do. Gonna use predictive knowledge to place Burnout where it needs to be.
King of the Fish?
Yeah. Mobius. You may remember.
Artist.
Yeah, you may recognize that sort of intro animation as being very Binding of Isaac-esque.
Yeah. Just missing the bam, bam, bam.
Yep. It actually took me a few loops through the game and then remembering that the developer has Isaac from Binding of Isaac in their next game, Clown Meat, to recognize just how many Isaac references are in this game. But yeah, they're clearly gigantic Isaac fans here.
Yeah.
Clown Meat is basically the first Super Meat Boy game in over a decade. It's such a flagrant ripoff of Super Meat Boy, and it's got Nowak and Bosch as playable characters in it.
Oh, there was Super Meat Boy Forever, but no one really liked that.
Yeah. Yeah, Clown Meat is more of a Super Meat Boy game than that is.
Yeah. I saw someone trying to do a run to get 100% of the achievements in the, I think it was the PlayStation 4 or 5 version of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's one achievement that only like 18 people have. Just insane.
Ugh. Now they're making Super Meat Boy 3D with no involvement from the original developers.
Yeah. But Ed McMillan's working on Mugenics. So that'll probably be good
Still,
fun.
For what, the 5th year in a
4
row or
years,
something?
5 years? Something like. Well, I think it's due out next year. Next April, I think, or next Easter, roughly.
Double damage for one action on a frail enemy. It's pretty badass, and we have an attack that deals 13 damage.
Ooh.
I think the two attacks here, only one of them gets the frail effect, so I think it's smarter to use the 13 damage attack. He's going to summon fish on his turn, which is not all that threatening. Basically, he's wasting his turn. And I will heal up again. No, I won't, apparently. I've healed up this turn. I'd forgotten about it.
I think you did it right at the beginning of this turn.
Yeah, must have. So yeah, this is a relatively easy boss.
Yeah, one more.
And
not even.
the item got it. I finally got a purple thing because one of my guys got hit. New item unlock. And another new item unlock. My first time beating this game, I got 15 of those achievements all at once. So
Wow.
yeah.
I think it looks like he's having a good time.
Yeah, shopkeeper. Haven't seen such a delighted shopkeeper since World of Horror.
I was thinking Secret of Mana. The shopkeepers in that are constantly dancing.
Haven't played it, but I haven't played most RPGs, and I'm sure this game is chock full of RPG references that I do not get.
Played it again end of last year for the first time in about a decade or so. It's it is basically the game that got me into RPGs as a whole. And yes, still holds up. It's always good to see.
Just shop stuff. Nothing too exciting there. We didn't get a very good shop. There's a couple of items that will increase the amount of money you get. Always buy those items because, like I said, money makes the world go round.
So I take it you can only have a maximum of 5 guys on the field and 5 guys backup?
Yeah, 5 guys in your party and, yeah, 5 on the bench. And honestly, I've never had 5 on the bench. typically I stop trying to recruit.
Game to even get a full party for.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, considering how enemies hit, it's probably advantageous to only go in with like 3 or 4 most of the time.
It often is a smart idea to not have a full 5-person roster. That said, I almost always max out my party before I go into any combat encounter, and I just lose guys.
Carol sings, Secret of Mana is, I started a co-op run with a friend once, but we kind of drifted apart. I think I liked the game, but I know we never finished it. Genuinely, it's one of my favorite games of all time.
Is that an action RPG where you like...
Yeah.
Yeah, you attack in real time?
It was kind of unusual in that it was a multiplayer RPG. But the really weird thing is you could have up to 3 players at once rather than like 2 or 4. There's 3 characters in the party throughout the game.
Yeah, I think that might be the game that one of the old guard of Let's Play, My Name is Kaz. He did a playthrough of it in which he underflowed the stats at the very beginning of the game and became infinitely powerful. And just steamrolled the entire game.
Entirely possible. Don't think I've seen it, but it would not surprise me in the slightest. The game was programmed well, but like a lot of those SNES RPGs were glitchy as shit.
So this guy's going to do a horrible thing where he deals the maximum amount of damage to 3 spaces in front of him and then explodes and dies.
Yeesh.
So I'm trying to put something I can sacrifice in front of him. But no such thing exists.
Hans is still vaguely useful right now.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to have Noak tank it. The thing is, you wouldn't know this playing this the first time. Noak is the main character, so if he dies, he just comes back immediately afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, fuck it. He comes back with 1 HP, so it's a little inconvenient to have to refill his health again, but he does come back. And I got 2 refreshes on my abilities, so we kill the Music Man.
Carol saying, I also remember having some very game-breaking bugs from watching a couple retrospectives a while ago.
Oh yeah, then it's almost certainly the game that Kaz played. Yeah.
I said a lot of these games are very well programmed, but it is very easy to break them. Like Final Fantasy VI in particular, the glitches in that are infamous. And if you're unprepared, can completely break your game. Not like ruin the cartridge, but you know, the game that you are playing.
Also, you may have noticed right there, the last enemy had an attribute called Withering. So if it's the only enemy left, it dies instantly.
No.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Easy kill.
Yep. I knew it was going to happen, so I just let Noak tank the big hit and win. I think I'm going to have to upgrade my healing, but this doesn't upgrade it very much at all.
Yeah, all it really does is up the healing for yourself.
Yeah. Oh well, it's the best I got. Hans is kind of a weak healer overall. There are much better healers in the game.
It's useful to get a healer, but you really want a better one.
It'd be nice. Yeah, I think it's honestly sort of plot relevant that they give you better healers than Hans quickly. Because like I said, he's got lore attached to him. And you are going to ditch him from your party and not find that lore until way later than you should.
That's a common trope in RPGs in particular, but, you know, being like, hey, here's this incredibly weak character or weak sword or whatever, but if you use it the entire game, it becomes the best weapon character in the game.
Yep.
It's one of the things I like and hate about the Tales of series, because there's multiple times in that where it'd be like, yeah, if you don't talk to this one NPC right at the beginning of the game, 80 hours from now, you're not going to be able to get a secret dungeon.
That's adventure game logic.
Oh, yeah.
Never been a fan of that.
It has bitten me more times than I would like. Because games like that, I never settle off weapons, no matter how much I'm desperate and desperately in need of money.
I have no ability to do 1 more damage. Story of my life.
Knickers.
Yep, and tore apart my healer. We got a new debuff where when we move, we get hurt. Oh well. Surprisingly,
for Boyle.
Oh yeah. Gonna have to take damage because I don't have the right pigment, but that was unavoidable. Probably should have healed first because after combat, your turn just ends when everyone's dead, so... Pigment wasted. Oh well. So we got a new weirdo, potentially. Living in a pool of guts. Did you ever play or read Jonan Vasquez's comic, Everything Can Be Beaten?
Yes!
First thing I thought of when I met this guy the first time.
Beating up stumble-wumbles and beezy-weezies and all other kinds of piss-poor rhymes.
Yep. It's one of his most cynical comics about just nihilism, basically.
Apparently, or at least some people have theorized, it's meant to be similar, viewed similarly to I Feel Sick, where it's about the creative process.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
I don't really see it myself unless I'm like really squinting hard.
Honestly, that is a huge running theme in Jonan Vasquez's work about, it's just all about how much he hates the work.
Yeah. I mean, the Filler Bunny comics were 24-hour comics where he did 1 page a day, 1 page an hour.
Oh, God.
And he did, I think he did a couple for Johnny the Homicidal Maniac as well. Might have been Johnny or it might have been Squee, I forget which.
Yeah.
But he likes torturing himself with 24-hour comics.
And ultimately, the whole point of Johnny the Homicidal Maniac is that he's likening the process of creating art to torturing and murdering his audience.
There's also the idea, though, of what becomes of you if you can't do any kind of artistic creation as well, because I can't remember where was I read it, but at one point they kind of suggest that Johnny was actually an artist or something before he started murdering people.
Yeah, and Happy Noodle Boy is all that's left of his ability to create art.
I think it might have been in the like the author's notes of the Johnny trade. Might be wrong. It's been a while since I've read it, actually.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's definitely a theme in there, which, having been unable to stream for the past month, I can feel that.
Oh, yeah. I was basically unable to write for the better part of a decade or so.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a fun time.
Yep. So, Cleaver here likes silence. Yeah, he wants silence. And this is the Orpheum, which is where the Music Men live. The Music Men worship a deity called the Ungod. You can actually see its hands up here. 4 of them, at least. The Ungod is a deity so vast that it does not recognize that the Orpheum even exists. Like, we are dust beneath its feet. But the Music Men worship it. And it's singing to communicate to other deities of similar unknowable vastness.
I wonder if that's a Stabbing Westward reference, because their first album was called Ungod.
Couldn't rule it out. Hard to rule anything out. The influences are numerous and varied in this game.
If I remember, it's been a long time since I've actually sat down and listened to like a full album. I normally just put all my music in one big playlist and hit shuffle. But if I remember, that's also the one with the album, which has a riff which was accidentally stolen from Filter for Hey Man Nice Shot. The same guitarist was in both bands and forgot they'd given the guitar riff to Filter to use. Once they realized what had happened, they were like, okay, you know, shit happens, mistakes happen, no one's really upset with anyone.
Yeah, that does happen. Like, I forget which band it was that sued their own singer when his solo project sounded too much like himself.
Isn't that kind of self-defeating?
Yeah, you would think, but I think they lost the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Which isn't always a guarantee. Jello Biafra was sued out of the royalties for his own songwriting by his racist asshole bandmates.
Part of that was because they were wanting to license their songs for use in adverts. So they weren't paying attention to what they were doing.
Yep. That's a whole sordid tale.
Hey, you know that thing we've been singing about for the last decade or so? What if we did that?
I missed the point because I'm East Bay Ray. Surely they're telling some other guy to fuck off.
Hey, have you met my friend John Dialman from System of a Down?
Okay, sure. Put 100 points of shield on one tile. That's essentially unbreakable.
That could be ridiculously useful.
Yeah. The knife is based on your current HP. Your current HP has to be higher than your opponent's. So I'll swap the healing thing. Who's this thing?
A wormy guy.
Yeah, a lump in a pile of meat. It's just a corpse. It did have a speech bubble. It was talking to us.
I like to imagine it was just standing there looking at you with complete disdain, like...
It's rotting passive-aggressively.
The best kind.
Yep, we would love to recruit this lump of flesh for some reason. Bosch thinks it's a party member.
Action noises.
Yep. What do you think? Should I go for one of these giant things or straight for this?
Yeah, go for the two blobs.
Alrighty. Any preference on which?
Dealer's choice.
Going far left.
Because I don't think you've ranked everyone up yet.
I sure haven't. At least everyone is ranked 2, but... Yeah, Burnout at the very least should get a rank up, you're right.
Yeah.
Burnout is ridiculously powerful. And every rank up increases the probability that our attacks will refresh.
Yeah, 50%.
Yep, another 5% up on that, and 1% up on that. Let's see, is my placement right? I want you over there. I don't think I can do much better right now. So this is actually going to be a tough fight. But it must be done.
Yeah, at least he's not slippery.
Yeah. We'll stay in position.
Although that did wind up working out to your benefit.
Yeah, it's a crapshoot with things like slippery and skittish. which means after they attack, they will move. Lots of weird stuff can happen when enemies are slippery and or skittish.
I can imagine. Like so.
Yeah. I'm actually going to use Hans's slap to kill this guy. Essentially for free. You're the only guy attacking, and you're attacking everybody, so it doesn't matter where I am at the end of this turn. So I guess I'll start punching and hope for a lot of refreshes. Bam. With enough luck, you can just wipe out any enemy.
Say, if he's going to be giving you lots of red pigment.
Yeah. The thing is, the damage on the attack goes down each time you use it.
Hmm. That's kind of a necessary...
Yeah. Required for balance. Otherwise, that would have just been 4 free, 9 damage attacks.
9 damage. Yeah.
Gross. Oil makes us slippery and flammable.
Makes sense.
Thankfully, no one has any fire attacks right now. That is too much pigment. Let's see. Should probably do this first. I should be able to end it this turn.
Yeah.
This is good, because I do not want to take all that overflow. Love that animation.
Ooh, lots of cash.
Yeah, and we would have missed the chest. With defaced scripture. So this curse is
situationally very good.
Yeah, curse, which means they can't heal anymore. Which is questionably useful. And if they are cursed while we are adjacent to them at the end of a turn, they take a lot of damage. Wish I had a little more HP, but I guess we'll rely on the helmet to do what we need.
Mm.
Maybe I'll put the helmet on Nowak. The pills on Hans.
Don't forget to rank up.
Also important. Probably ready for the boss.
Yep.
One Nowak in the middle. Break the seal on the boss. Yeah, actually, this will be fine. I just happen to know in advance that the boss does not generate red pigment. But an enemy next to the boss does. Yep. He's hiding. Bashful boss. God damn, is he ever bashful? He's going to bash the shit out of this location.
Yeah, it just looks very ashamed to be doing what he's doing.
Yep. He's apologetic. Let's see how best to kill everybody here. This should work.
Nice.
Yeah. This is why they gate you from leveling up so much.
I can see why, yeah.
Yeah, leveled up characters are extremely powerful. I can actually heal.
I was gonna say, yeah, you should be able to heal with hands now.
Yeah. Hopefully I get some more. In fact, I'm going to get some more blue pigment by killing this thing.
Mm.
Then I'll be able to frail the enemy next turn. I think I actually want to entrench. Maybe? No, I'm going to clobber. It's clobbering time.
See, here's the thing.
Oh, I should have... Damn it. I should have cursed. Especially because this guy summons things that will heal him.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's cursed, he can't heal.
Oh, that is so Binding of Isaac.
Yep. Shamelessly so.
That little dude on the left. Oh my.
How do I want to play this? I think... Yeah, let's start by pulverizing this guy, see how many of these attacks I can get. 1. No refreshes.
Hey.
Jackpot.
That's XCOM, baby.
Yeah, this is the only guy attacking. So that's all we really got to worry about. He's not even attacking that hard.
Hmm.
You are frail, though, so you definitely should not be the tank. You don't have another move action. Trying something here. Hoping it works out. Probably not the most efficient series of events, but I'll take it for now. This is a boss that can really get away from you. If you're underestimated, it can become essentially unkillable. All these bosses have cute little black and white animations.
And not just Binding of Isaac, but also The End Is Nigh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, obviously Edmund McMillan was a big influence on these developers.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Which I've been desperately seeking a Binding of Isaac fix, and I was glad to discover that this was so Isaac influenced.
Yeah.
Not sure I can do a full 67 this turn. Someone's going wild on the xylophone. I'm gonna overflow the bejesus out of my party.
Oh, yeah. This is gonna hurt.
Yep. I was gonna go for the big attack if I had gotten another refresh, but I didn't.
Denied.
Yep. I think now might be the time for a frail. Tragically non-lethal. So this guy is interesting. Mortal amount of damage to all enemies. And if they survive it, then they become much stronger. So I think this attack will get it to the point where this guy's attack on his own party will kill the boss. I think. I hope so. Otherwise, we are in a lot of danger.
Yeah.
First, I'm gonna have to tank a bunch of attacks. Yep. Curse. Can't be healed. One shot my healer.
Oh, I can help. Not gonna, but I can.
Oh man, they're one-shotting everybody.
Everyone's getting.
Nowak, he's behind the shield. He's safe. Okay, I don't think anyone's coming back from that.
Yeah.
There's actually an achievement for getting the boss killed by his own trauma.
Oh.
Yeah. I just noticed how cool the background of that area was, so I hope you were paying attention to everything but the enemies.
Unfortunately, no. I will
It was
take
like
your
a
word for it.
yeah, it was like a giant endless catacomb of like skulls.
Cool.
Yeah, tiled with skulls.
Just like Paris.
And I'm down to 2 party members. Hooray! Glad I spent all that time ranking them up.
Well, here's hoping the talkative meat comes back.
Yep. And they send us right into another boss fight.
Oh boy.
Yeesh. So this game is brutal. It's
Bosch,
half of
you
its title. Yep. Don't think gonna have many further ways to prepare. We can rank up again because we're in a new biome. All right, this is our murderer.
Fine. Oh yeah, you can absolutely see the perfect vermin crossover or overlap, however you want to put it.
Mm-hmm.
The art for that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually this was co-developed by Nicholas Delgado. Perfect Vermin was co-developed by a different person.
Hmm.
So Talia Bob Mayer is the person who did Perfect Vermin and this and a bunch of other games. But she collaborates with a bunch of different people. This game is really only half the Perfect Vermin dev team. But you can still see the influence, obviously.
Yeah.
So 8 damage.
It's going to be a one-hit kill.
Yeah, the enemy's got enfeebled, so he takes double damage. The attack its only attack damages itself. So what do you think? Should we keep our promise? Kill this guy?
No, because Bosch is clearly not telling us something.
No, he's trustworthy. He's made of black evil goo, and his face is a skull. What could he be hiding?
I'm going to be Mr. Cynical here.
Fine. So we'll just pass our turn. Pitiful corpse hurts itself.
Okay, I resemble that remark.
I think it's fairly obvious, and was in the opening cutscene, that the killer of Nowak is Nowak. He jumped off that cliff himself.
Seemed pretty obvious, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they were hiding, like, someone pushing him.
Yeah, which could have been, but you'd think that at least some part of the silhouette would have been visible had that been the case.
Mm. I mean, the fact that the corpse was missing half its head, which is coincidentally enough happens to be like the half that Nowak's missing.
Yep. Corpse sure looked a lot like our own shattered skull. And Bosch is mad at us, so he made the game harder.
Embarrassing.
Keeps hitting us for millions of damage every time we try to play the game.
That was at least 1.1 million less. He's slowly flagging.
Yeah, he's down to the double digits there. The economy of violence has really dried up. So yeah, this is sort of like the everything is terrible part in Binding of Isaac, where things get harder and the game gets longer. And Bosch abandons us, so we wander the desert by ourselves for a while.
I'd say this is more than I was expecting for a continuation expansion of the story.
Mm-hmm. That was the scratching of the surface. There is much, much, much more. A whole new biome from now on in this game.
It was only, what, three stages before? So
yeah, technically 3 biomes, but the last one is just you confront your own corpse and either kill it or refuse to kill it, depending on what ending you want. And a bit of classical guitar, because the soundtrack wasn't eclectic enough. I had to fight with my own brain.
Not the first time.
Leave it to a blues musician. Why, oh why, would anyone paint naked people?
It is a mystery. Which is impressive because he doesn't seem to have an esophagus anymore.
Only when it's inconvenient.
Just like all bodies.
So yeah, he was the knife goes in, guts come out guy.
Yeah, which would explain the fish.
Yep. Purgatory is one of his own life's fixations.
In a manner of speaking.
In the sense that at the end he started describing himself as Noak. It is clearly just an aspect of myself that I was repressing. There, now it's officially music. All right.
Oh, that's what you get for talking with the weirdest people who never lived.
Yep. He went from maybe some legitimately inspiring stuff to being one of those guys who just turns everything into fake wisdom.
Yeah.
Like that
Most
SNL
beautiful
sketch.
Name.
They're talking
Which
to
one?
John Lennon after he died. And
I don't think I've seen that one.
they say like, "Oh, I think I understand," or "Do you oversit?"
That reminds me of there was a TV show in the UK this morning with Richard, not Judy, and it would have thoughts for the day, which was like just a parody of religious programming.
Mhm.
Occasionally, they would have Jesus and his disciples. And in order to get out of unfortunate or embarrassing situations, Jesus would be like, okay, but consider the lily. He'd be like, no, Jesus, that's not answering the question. Or is it? No, it's asking another question. Ah, no, not ah. Simple question, yes or no.
Yep, it's funny how easy it is to fall into the trap of thinking everything you say is profound.
Well enough as well, I was watching Documentary Now, which is a series about parody documentaries, and there's one which is a parody of it's based mostly on Wild Wild Country, but it's also based broadly on pretty much every cult documentary you've ever seen. And yeah, they start playing tapes that this cult supposedly made, saying, "We see the world in front of us, but there's also another world that we don't see. And if there's that second world, is there a third? Is there a fourth? Maybe there's up to a sixth. We don't know."
Very, what is it? That, like, fake nature documentary with Kunk, whatever?
Philomena Kunk, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kunk on everything.
Yeah. So Bosch has been in our head all along. He's basically our, like, creative force? Our muse,
Conscience?
sort of? Yeah.
Consciousness?
Some kind of entity that has been inside of our head, understanding things that we don't. Which is why when we did get to Purgatory, he was way, way ahead of us. Enough to be our guide.
I really hate it when the voices in my head know more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Way more common than you'd expect.
So we're not actually dead. We are lying, bleeding at the bottom of a ravine. We had the opportunity to kill our corpse. Apparently, intruders can enter Purgatory and get us. So this place is both symbolic and metaphysical and an afterlife and a real legitimate dimension simultaneously.
Oh, of course, what else would it be?
Yeah. And there we go. That's the first loop of Brutal Orchestra. The next time you go into it, it's way harder and way longer.
Mm-hmm. Well, I understand everything.
Yep.
Understand nothing.
You had me fooled for a second there.
I'm very good at it.
Fun game. I like it a lot. Let's see. Here we go. Here's the potential party members we can unlock eventually. All their silhouettes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Surprisingly robust cast list.
There's a fuckload. And in Isaac style, when you beat the real final bosses with each of the party members, you unlock a different item. The Witness is one of the final bosses, and the Divine is the other final boss. So you got to go through the whole game with each of the party members.
Yeah.
Get all these things. And these things... These are weird quests that weirdos give you. And it's weird. Here's bizarre accomplishments. You mostly want to pay attention to this one. Kill every boss by slapping them. Yep, you really want to get started on that one as soon as possible because it takes forever if you are not aware of it.
Just cherry tapping them.
Yep. So there's a shitload to do in this game. Not nearly as much as Binding of Isaac. Even like Flash Binding of Isaac took me 300 hours to 100%. And I'm currently 65 hours into this game and I'm close to 100%, so... Not Binding of Isaac levels. They might update it a little more to add more content. They're talking about it already, so...
Yeah, I mean... Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I've got nearly 1,400 hours in it, and I'm still missing... Where's the achievables? Yeah, I'm still missing about 170 achievements.
Yeah. Let's see what my Isaac nonsense is.
I'm gonna guess it's comparable to mine.
Yeah, similarly obscene, that's for sure. 242 hours on Flash Isaac, and that's when I got 100%. Non-Flash Isaac is 1,500 hours, 1,482 specifically, and I have 90% of the achievements at least, but that still leaves still leaves about 80 that I haven't done yet. So
yeah, I've got 73% of the achievements. So.
Yeah. Once you get all the base characters, all their achievements, the game sort of becomes easier if you can luck into the Mega Mush. Which let you just steamroll each floor you get on.
Yeah, that and being able to pick up the small rock really helps early on.
Yeah, small rock is a big deal. Isaac is so random, doesn't really matter. Like, I also have 100% in Balatro. Balatro is just, you're rolling dice.
Balatro is one of those games, I played it for probably 30 or 40 hours and was like, yeah, I'm basically done. The game's like, but you've still got 15 decks to unlock, and I'm like, I said I'm done.
I said the same thing, and then I got a depression spike, and I 100%ed it.
And people say that depression never helps people achieve anything.
Yeah, could a depressed person make this? And here's where I load my original save file. Could a depressed person make this? God damn it. Also,
I mean, it's better than I could ever do, because last time I got really depressed, I just wound up reading 55 years of X-Men comics.
Yep. These characters are so secret.
Show that off on a stream.
Yeah. You can talk about it on stream, though, that's for sure.
Oh, believe me, I will.
Yeah. If people like Brutal Orchestra enough, I'll come back and play the full game with the third biome even. That'd be fun for me. So sound off if you enjoyed this. But regardless,
And if you want to hear me talk about X-Men for 15 hours, you have problems.
Yeah. Record it and put it out there. I'm sure someone will...
Seek help.
Yeah. Also, please help me. I'm $10,000 in debt for paying for Sick Cat. I meant to plug that earlier, but yeah.
Yeah.
Buy half-price subs all this September. And tell all your friends about my bullshit content.
Yeah,
Thank
tell
you.
them we're great. Lie if you have to.
All right.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I encourage it. But that's our shit. We'll be streaming more and putting out more fun shit. And yeah, I'm legitimately $10,000 in debt because of this cat.
Yep.
He was very sick.
I mean, I remember when my last cat, Bart, was ill, and I would have easily thrown, everything I had to make him better.
Yep, and we are.
Unfortunately, but...
Yeah, we're lucky that 10 grand paid off. He is doing better, so... It was worth it. And even if he wasn't feeling better, it still would have been worth it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll probably see you again on Thursday, the two of us. And I hope to stream again tomorrow myself, so... Expect a lot more streams. I got a lot of work to do to recover all that loss. Support it if you can. Love you. Bye.
Doodles.